Just wait and see is one of the most common pieces of advice parents hear about speech delays. And sometimes it's harmless, but sometimes waiting without support can actually make things harder later. So today I want to explain why wait and see can be risky for speech and how to know when waiting is reasonable versus when support could really help. This isn't about panic, it's about understanding how early language really develops. Parents are told to wait because some children do talk later and catch up. Development isn't linear, milestones do vary, and all of that is super true. But as a speech therapist, I don't decide based on age alone. I look at patterns, what skills are present, and how they're changing over time. And that's where wait and see can become a bit risky. The early years is when the brain is most responsive to language input, and support during this window doesn't mean pushing children. It means making things easier when the brain is most flexible. When support is delayed, children often still make progress, but it can take more effort, more frustration, and more catch-up later. Time by itself doesn't teach language. What matters is how language is modeled, how interaction is supported, and how communication attempts are responded to. If a child is missing key foundations like understanding language, joint attention, or intent to communicate, time alone doesn't usually fill those gaps. This is where families often get stuck. A child might say a few words, or they might imitate when prompted. They might seem almost there, but months go by and nothing really changes. That plateau is often mistaken for normal variation when it can actually be a sign that a child needs support to move forward. When children want to communicate but they don't have the tools, frustration builds. That can look like behavior challenges, withdrawal, or reduced attempts to communicate. And early support helps children feel understood and helps parents respond with confidence instead of guessing. I want to be very clear that support does not mean labeling too early, pushing children beyond readiness, or assuming something is wrong. Support means strengthening foundations, helping communication feel easier, and giving parents clear, practical tools. Support works with time, not against it. If you've been told to just wait and see and something doesn't feel right, that feeling matters. You don't need to panic, but you also don't need to do nothing. Understanding what to watch for is often most empowering first step. If you want more calm, evidence-based guidance around early speech and language, I do share videos and resources like this regularly.